Hello everyone, I am Lokesh and welcome back to the channel. So friends, this video is related to Infosys on-campus 2022 batch hiring for the DSC and SP role, and this video is related to today's exam cutoff. What is the expected cutoff? Today there is an exam from Infosys that is related to on-campus hiring from some role. So what is the today's expected cutoff, sectional on overall cutoff? We discuss on all points that is very related to cutoff, so all your doubts will be cleared in video. So let's start the video. So many candidates DM me on social media platform that sir please make video that is related to cutoff. So there is a very important point that we have to understand one by one thing. Okay, we have to understand the point by point. There is a very important point that on the Infosys on-campus recruitment notification, there is a very important point that is mentioned in the Infosys preparatory guidelines that test usually contain 3 questions that you have to be attempted in the 3 hours. Test will have a sectional cutoff as well as the total cutoff. What it means? Okay, because they consider that they already mentioned in the Infosys, they already mentioned in this PDF that there is a one question that is easy, second question is medium and third question is hard. But what this point mentioned that means there is a first question, there is a second question and there is a third question, and each will be defined by difficulty level, that is easy, medium and the hard. And there is one important point that there are 2 important points, that there is a sectional cutoff and there is a total cutoff. What do you mean by sectional cutoff? If they are considering if you are just to solve the only one question, that is called the second, and the level is medium as we know that, so they will be select you for the DSC role. Because in the Hack with Infi exam, so many candidates only solve one question, so they will be selected for the DSC role interview opportunity. So this will be considered as a first condition. Like if you solve the second question, so you will be get the DSC role opportunity, because they will be considered the sectional cutoff also and they will be considered the total cutoff also. Okay, this is for the DSC role. Okay, or the DSC role cutoff will be go from 1.1 to 1.5 question. It will be totally depend on Infosys team. Okay, for the specialist programmer cutoff, okay, for the specialist programmer cutoff, like if you solve only 2 questions, like if you solve one question and third question, but if you not solve the medium question, okay, so if they considered for specialist programmer or not, so there is a very one important point, there is a sectional cutoff or total cutoff also. So it will be vary from range to range. Like if you done the 2 to 2.5 question, so they will be select for the specialist programmer role. And there is a very important point that if you solve the 3 question completely, so there is a good chances for SP role. But if you solve only first question or the second question, or either the second question or the third question, so there is a opportunity for the SP role also. And if you solve only one coding question, okay, like if you solve only hard coding question, like if you solve a very hard coding question, so there is chances of SP or not. So because there is no chances for SP, because there is a very one important point, because they consider total cutoff also. Okay, for 1 to 1.5 I just erase that. Okay, so it will be very clearly understandable for all of you. Okay, so 1 to 1.5 maybe DSC, okay, and it will be totally on the Infosys, it will be totally depends on the Infosys team. Okay, they will consider from one question only, or they will consider from 1 to 1.5. If you solve the 2, so 2.5, so there is a opportunity of SP. And if you solve completely 3, so the SP opportunity. If there are some doubts also, there are if your partial test cases are passed in one coding question, like you done the first coding question completely with all test cases and second coding question, okay, second coding question with the half test cases, okay, half test cases, so there is a very one important point. Meanwhile they will consider for that, because they will just define the other criteria as well. And as from previous trend, this trend band is popular for the cutoff, that 1 to 1.5 for the DSC, 2 to 2.5 for SP, and if you solve the 3, so the SP. So there is a no problem. It will totally depend on Infosys team, and soon your results will be declared, and on from your college and from the Infosys, they will give you notification that is related to next round. I hope this video is useful for everyone. If you have any another doubt, you can drop your query in the comment section. If you find good content, please like and share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching the video.